Hey gang, Sarah here. So I'm here to kind of talk to you a little bit about some of the features that I really love in OneNote, and they really do make my productivity system effective. So these are like my ride or dies, if you will. And again, I think that they're very simple features that OneNote has, but again, the more simpler the system, the easier it is to follow and easier it is to maintain and easier it is to stick with. So these are some of the features, and I'll show you how I use them in this upcoming video for my OneNote. And again, I'm not like the OneNote guru, but I know that I'm using this like crazy, and it has definitely helped me be more effective and more efficient and just more prepared. So when I show up to meetings, I have the files ready, and if they bring something up, it's a click away, really. So you know, people have commented like, how do you keep all this together? Like, you're so organized and your meetings are really effective. So again, these are really simple features, but I'm a huge believer in very simple systems because that's what is going to stick. That is the thing that is going to make you start depending on the systems. And these features also make it like always at my fingertip because I travel a lot. I'm at the grocery store and I forget what I have to buy. So the fact that OneNote is a digital tool, and it really is just, it's on my phone, it's on my iPad, it's on my computer, it's on if I log in on my personal computer. So it's just always there for me, whether it's a Mac or a PC. So I just really love having this OneNote solution. So you let me know in the comments what features I'm missing, because again, I'm not the guru, but I definitely know how to use these key features. So I want to know what features I'm missing out on that you all love. So put that in the comments so I can, you know, play with them. So thanks for watching, everyone. Bye. All right, so I'm going to walk you through some of the features of OneNote that really make my productivity system effective. Like, I cannot live without these. And again, I like to keep my productivity system very simple because the more complex it is, it's harder for me to stick with it. And the reason why it's harder for me to stick with it is because, like, I hate figuring out decisions. Like, that whole decision fatigue, when you have options, it's like analysis paralysis or something. So anyway, these are some of the features, and again, these are simple, but they really make my productivity system powerful. And again, I'm sure there's like a ton that I'm missing, but hey, I need them. This is the ones that are like my ride or dies. Okay, so the fact that I have all these links at my fingertips, this is like the index of all the notebooks, all the files, and I'm just using the OneNote that I created in that video, this video, and you can reference this of just kind of a little bit of how I used it and some of the tutorials that I did to really some of the tutorials of how I built some of these templates out. So anyhow, the first one that I use is copy link, and I feel like these are simple, but it really just is that simple. So if I'm sitting here and you see this project 1 folder, so this is where I keep all the documents for the project. So let's actually just call this project 5 because that's what I have mocked up for you. But what I would do is I create in my OneDrive just 2 folders, and these are just mock-up folders, a meetings and a project folder, and then everything goes from there. So I'm talking about a project. So let's just say that this is a project that we're talking about. I'm just going to take this link and I'm going to copy the link. Oopsie. So I'm going to copy the link and I'm just going to put it in the actual eBay. All right, so I'm just going to copy the link and I'm going to bring it into and put it in and paste it. Right, so there, and I get rid of all this stuff, like who cares, I don't want all that. And I think you can shut that kind of stuff off too, but whatever. So there, so now anytime I bring up this dashboard, I'm like, oh, there's the project folder and here's all the stuff in it. And things that might be in there is just like data files or presentations. Like here's a good example. Like this was a SteerCo, PowerPoint, and the actual action log. And this would be a good example. And I know I'm mixing up my project names, but I'm just showing you how I use these links. So the action log. So sometimes I take this action log and I manage it in Excel for a more like formal project. So this would be a way I did it. So I copied the link to that Excel action log, and I'll just put that in like the project notes. So like, see this, I'll create this here and I'll put the action log and just delete this stuff here. I actually think you can turn that feature off, but I just have not done it. So then you always can, in the meeting, and you run through the action list. And this was just a mock-up. So you're like, so-and-so owes this, right? Is it open or closed, right? So then you'd have an action log or a link to the web tool that you use. So that copy link thing is really just super powerful. I love it. It links everything together, and it really does just kind of make me look like I have my act together. All right, so the next one is just a template. So check out the tutorials I did for building out some of these templates. But again, I just create these templates so I can just go and, like, if I'm spinning up there's a new reoccurring meeting or something. So say there's like a new software implementation. So I'll just say Salesforce just because it comes to the top of my head. So Salesforce, and I'm not running this project. I'm just like a key member of this project or a resource to this project. So I'll do Salesforce, and I'm just in meetings of it, like information. So I'll create a new project folder, a new reoccurring meeting tab, sorry. And I'll go to my templates and I'll pick out one of the, do I want a more formal meeting or an informal meeting type template? So I'll go to my template tab, running meetings, and I take it and I just copy it. And then I'll go back to my new tab here and I'll put it in there, and I should name the page. And now I have this template, and I'll just do table insert below, and then I just copy it, and I'll put, 8/15/24 Salesforce update. This is the agenda, so topic 1, and then I'll say like, it would be topic 1 is like the launch date or the training plan. So it'll be like a train the trainer, and I'll say, oh wow, I need to dedicate a person to learn to be the trainer of our function. Sarah I spelled my own name wrong. ID a person to be a super user and trainer. No, super user, okay. So now I'm like, okay, now I have an action that I have to do, and then it'll be like the implementation date, and I'll be like, okay, it's like 10/15/2025. I don't know, right? So the conference room pilots or the testing starts August. Just keeping notes, right? Wow, that's terrible. Implementation. It's close enough. Yeah, sure. Okay, so the templates, that's another way that I just really use those all the time. And then, so some of the other things that I'll do is these screen snapshots of presentations, and I always ask if it's okay to take a screen snapshot. I just think that's being a good organizational citizen. So I just is it okay if I take a snapshot of this? And I'll take it and I'll put them in here so I can just kind of keep track of it. But screen snapshots and inserting pictures, that's another one, because I always have just my backup and my facts, and these really do help me feel more confident in my decision making or my communication techniques and just why I make this. And if I'm wrong about something, I'm like, well, in the update here, this is where it came from. So I just always have stuff to back me up. Not like a CYA type of a mindset. It's more just making sure I know what I'm talking about. The next one is so the tags, these things are super powerful, and I have not even begun to really get into the tags, but I know they're really, really powerful. But again, I just keep my stuff really simple. So things here, like if this is so I'm talking to my team member 1 and the workload, and you know, I have questions for them, I might use the questions, or if I'm taking notes, I'll do like important, or I'll do an idea. Like, so our ideas are like good for when I'm kind of throughout the year and I'll have different ideas. So something I want to work on next year for part of the strategy rollout. So I'll put my ideas together. And the to-do is the one that I use the most, because I know you can just search all your to-do tags and then they'll all come up in a running list. So these tags are super important, and just those are key. So definitely use those. And then I know that this is a little bit rudimentary, but the fact that this is available to me on all different devices and it's always syncing. So I have it on my iPad, on my work computer, I have it on my phone. So when I'm on the plane, I can just kind of keep track of where I am, or even frankly, if I'm out and about shopping and I have my grocery list in there, it's always just right there, because that sync feature just keeps it always up to date. So that syncing feature, and I know these are like really simple things, but this is why this tool works for me, because I really do leverage these features to the fullest extent, with the exception of the tags. I know I need to get better with that, but again, I don't really do any integration with Outlook, Task. I know there's some functions there, but again, I just like to keep my systems very simple, and maybe as I evolve, they'll get a little bit better. But these are some of the features that I use that are just hands down I cannot live without. But I want to ask you guys, what do you think that I'm missing? Like, what features am I not leveraging whatsoever? So please let me know. All right, so actually just one other one is just the fact of OneDrive. I keep all my Microsoft systems synced in sync with each other. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I do leverage them and tie them all together, because it just makes them that more powerful. So that would be the last feature, and that's more a Microsoft feature, but without those features, I don't think it would be as effective as it is for me. So I want to know from you all, what features am I totally sleeping on? Like, let me know, because like I'm kind of all in on this OneNote thing. I have been like, this has been my ride or die for about a year, because just with traveling a lot, I need a more mobile productivity system. So that's why I'm kind of leaning more on OneNote, and I can share it with all my teammates too. So, all right, so let me know in the comments. Thanks, guys. Bye.